Okay, I got a story.
Let's
Uh,
go.
NYPD to deploy drones to monitor Labor Day weekend gatherings, raising civil liberties concerns. And so over
Just
the
concerns.
just concern. So over the weekend, the West Indian Day Party Festival had always on Eastern Parkway. You know, this year had an additive. New York City Police Department will deploy, or should I say, has deployed a fleet of high. Oh no, because it's is
Yesterday,
it
yeah.
today or it was yesterday? Yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday. Fleet of high-tech drones during the Labor Day weekend to monitor complaints about large gatherings associated with the West Indian Day celebration.
It's a parade. What they mean, large gathering?
Please, where is my? Wait a minute. Wait, come out. Where is my anonymous crew at? Where are the hackers at? Please release the emails and the phone calls of the complaints. I want to hear the New York whites and I want to hear the voices. It's too many.
All
Damn
in
it.
one place.
All in one
I
place.
know
Deploy the
safe.
drone. I want to see the emails from New
Should it
York.
be
Oh my
canceled? Don't they
God.
know Bob Barker died today?
Right. Right. On a day such as this,
Jimmy
Jimmy
Buffett.
Buffett is gone.
And they
How
doing
could
this.
they have a parade?
He did their music better than them.
Oh, shit.
Don't dishonor.
Hold on. So they said this was a
Oh
preemptive
my
plan. This was
God.
not necessarily in response to any complaints about large gatherings.
Oh, I thought it said
or
there were complaints. My fault. I thought that was the.
To monitor complaints about large gatherings
Oh,
associated with West Indian Day celebrations, a tactic that has been denounced by civil liberties advocates. It says police enforcement for the yearly festivities, which culminate on Monday. Okay, so yesterday. Okay, it's Tuesday, and have previously been marred by violence, have been reworked in recent years. Every fucking year, the St. Patrick's Day parade is marred by fucking violence.
Hella
You know,
come out.
drunk ass motherfuckers go all around the city in New York. It never gets the moniker of like marred by violence or whatever. The
Kamal's
NYPD
transition was flawless. I literally thought you were still reading the story. I thought that was the next paragraph. These fucking
That was CNN.
St. Patrick Day.
But that was commentary. My bad. That was a little commentary. NYPD officers are now paired with representatives of the Department of Buildings and other city agencies to tackle non-emergency complaints such as noise. Authorities have said those complaints are usually a precursor to violence.
Oh,
Mayor Eric Adams, a former NYP officer himself, of course, has pushed back against criticism of the policing tactic. Of course, he pushed back. The technology isn't to spy on revelers, but to better deploy officers and crisis management teams, he said on a Friday briefing. There are a number of calls of loud music, disruptive behavior. Instead of the police having to respond and look at those, they're going to utilize drones from a safe distance, not down, flying into someone's backyard to see that they have on the grill, Adams said. And I'll stop here. They're going to utilize the drones to determine should they send crisis management teams. Does that fucking mean cops with guns?
thank you. What does that even
Right
mean?
away to help mitigate the problem.
Wow.
Imagine that noise in New York City. Imagine that. It gets loud from time to time in New York City. Can you imagine?
I mean, where isn't KRS One of Jamaican heritage? Like he couldn't call his buddy, his favorite cop, his favorite mayor that he
The
just
hip-hop mayor?
for the hip hop mayor. You couldn't call the hip hop mayor and ask him why he's surveilling specifically your folks out here doing their annual cultural celebration. I'm sorry, West Indians don't get loud. I'm sorry, like since when? What are we talking about here?
It is literally the largest parade in New York City every year. And it doesn't get the either the media attention or the accolades or the respect or the love, obviously from the city, because it's millions and it's like literally hundreds of thousands of Black folks from all over the world coming together. And yes, on occasions there's been some stuff that's happened, but there's just never been the type of love. They at one time they tried to, because it runs through Eastern Parkway, and so the Hasidim got all upset. And then they try to cut it down at a certain time, get people off the streets at like 5 or 6 o'clock. So they've always just fucked with this parade for obvious reasons.
What's bigger, the West Indian Day Parade or the Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York?
Oh,
where
West
they
Indian.
held the Celtic game?
I think West Indian Parade. Maybe I'm more. Somebody might have some better analysis. I've not been a high attender of the Puerto Rican Day Parade, but West Indian Parade was always just up the block. But it's literally like, it is wall to wall people, and then people break off and have like individual parties and gatherings and get-togethers. But it is huge. Yeah, it is a huge parade.
But Kamal, all your cousins was at the Puerto Rican Day Parade, though.